Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to Ultra Instinct Tarot. Alright, my name is Andres, and I will be the one taking care of you for this reading. So I will be receiving the help from these three homies. These homies are same, but different. Alright, so I am going to note that the typical way I've been having these in order this week was I would have normally like these, but for some reason this order came out for you guys. So pay attention to how that changes the story. For some reason I felt like I needed to say. Alright, and the story begins with the Magus. Okay, card number 1. So the story begins with the 0. That's the Fool. So that's anybody, any of us at the beginning of our story. We're always look foolish because you don't know anything, right? It's at the beginning. That's the whole point of the story, to not know things and then to know them, right? To not know what's going on and then to know what's going on. It's pretty fun. So the story starts with the Fool who doesn't know what's going on. And then it goes to the Magus who, at some point we pick one thing and we decide to keep doing it because we like it and we end up getting good at it. So this is the Magus that chose the one thing he liked and he is getting good at it. That is what this Magus power is. The magician. He's creating. The true self is the meaning of the true will. Know thyself through thy way. Calculate well the formula of thy way. Create freely, absorb joyously, divide intently, consolidate completely. Work thou omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent, in and for eternity. That's cool. Alright, I think I'm going to just read the highlighted ones. So, the Magus is not only the title of the mercurial trump that in older decks bears the title the Magician or Juggler. It is also a title of the second highest level of spiritual illumination a human soul can attain. Toward the end of his life, Crowley calculated he reached this initiatory degree on his 40th birthday, October 12th, 1915. 6 years previously, on December 17th, 1909, in the North African Sahara near Biskra, Algeria, he recorded his ceremonially induced vision of the third Enochian Aether. That is the source of which much of the imagery found in the Magus card. He describes it as follows. So all of that babbling I just did. The point is, Mercury is preeminently the bearer of the wand, energy sent forth. This card therefore represents the wisdom, the will, the word, the logos by whom the worlds were created, and represents the will. In brief, he is the Son, the manifestation and act of the idea of the Father. He is the male correlative of the High Priestess. The Magus is also the first of the alchemical trumps and represents the alchemical element and principle of Mercury. Mercury, Crowley explains, represents action in all forms and phases. He is the fluidic basis of all transmission of activity, and on the dynamic theory of the universe, he is himself the substance thereof. Yeah, I'll keep reading. The figure of the Magus actually forms the alchemical glyph of Mercury. The two snakes at his head are the horns, and the huge stylized wings at his feet make the arrowhead. He is projected upon the caduceus of Mercury. Behind the left wing at his feet, barely visible, is a golden sunburst, affirming Mercury's role as herald of the sun. Behind the right wing is the Sinolcaphus, the ape of Thoth. Nah. I was gonna bring out another lamp, but I decided against it. Alright, behind the right wing is the Sinolgophos, the ape of Thoth. This creature, who seems to be groping its way up from the lower right-hand corner of the card, is the personification of an ironic curse that afflicts Thoth Mercury and all who attain the grade of Magus. Because falsehood and misunderstanding are inherent in all speech and writing, it is the cosmic duty of the ape of Thoth to constantly mock the work of the Magus and distort his words. As Crowley points out, manifestation implies illusion. Yeah, that's definitely what we were looking for. Interesting. Two of Cups, love. And even if the Magus is misunderstood, that doesn't bring him down, because he loves what he does. So when you love what you do, even if you're misunderstood, you are going to keep on going. The Two of Cups, love. And this is also the interconnected love of people to people. Venus and Cancer. The Two of Cups is perhaps the most beautiful of the small cards of the Thoth Tarot. By small cards, he means the minor arcana. While Harris doesn't completely ignore this color scales, she does give herself room for innovation. There's a calm green sea, rose-colored lotuses, and I'm going to say these are koi, conform nicely. But she breaks rank a bit by giving us a violet sky. So what he means is there are the four scales. The colors of Venus are emerald green, sky blue, early spring green, bright rose, or cerise riot pale green. The four color scales of Cancer are amber, maroon, rich bright russet, dark greenish brown. So since this is the Two of Cups or Venus and Cancer, this card is most likely going to have those color scales. So she breaks a rank a bit by giving us a violet sky. The card is magnificently beautiful and a fitting representative of the first manifestation of the element water. It is the energy of water in its best and highest form. Harris shows her appreciation of the card by sharing a perhaps apocryphal event involving this card. So Harris says that at an exhibition, a little person aged 2, scuttling and crawling, was asked which picture. Straight she went to this Two of Cups, love. Harris thought that she would forget and asked her again 10 minutes later, and the toddler, the baby, the little person aged 2, toddled off to the same picture. That, she said again. Because the number 2 Chakma in the Tree of Life is particularly expressive of will, Crowley wrote, "This card might really be renamed the Lord of Love under Will, for that is its full and true meaning. It shows the harmony of the male and the female, interpreted in the largest sense. It is perfect and placid harmony, radiating an intensity of joy and ecstasy." And I mean, that's what we all are looking for, right? Nobody really wants to keep on hurting themselves. Everybody is looking for love. Yeah, it's a burden sometimes. We're not looking for those burdens. Look at how heavy that feels. That doesn't feel good. I want to feel good. The 10 of Wands. Okay, so I just thought of this here. Apparently you want to see. Going with the flow. Okay, so that means these two are together for some reason. So I'll read the 10 of Wands, and then I'll read this Going with the Flow, which is the Ace of Cups, which is, all of these emotions that you feel here. All this love came from here. This guy is loving where he is. This guy doesn't seem to be loving where he is. Responsibility, strain, overstretched obligation, heaviness. That is what this card is about. The Fool has overcome many struggles, each one more difficult than the last. But now he realizes that his efforts are still not enough. He is burdened with the heavy responsibility of maintaining his success. He has many duties and people who depend on him. Success comes with a stark awareness that challenges keep coming. Nothing's worth having required blood, sweat, and tears. Accomplishment always comes with more responsibility. Even maintaining the status quo can feel unbearable. There's always more work to do. What requires resources, energy, and time you don't have. No matter how much effort you put into something, and it may not feel like enough. What are the limits of working alone? Okay, this is starting to remind me of the beginning of when I talked about this magus. I started saying this guy ends up picking something he loves, and he starts, working on it and doing it over and over again, because, when you enjoy something, you just naturally get good at it. When I, memorized the first 151 Pokemon, I didn't study. I just memorized them naturally just because I loved watching the show so much. Playing the cards, playing games. It was so fun that I just naturally memorized them all. That is what this magus is about. So is it better to do something and like that, or to do something that you just gotta do over and over and over again, and it just sucks, but you just gotta keep doing it because that's how things are, and you just work on that instead of working on something that makes you feel like this guy. Yeah, I think that's all I need to say about this 10 of Wands. So let's see what this going with the flow card wants to say. Luna. Huh? What do you think, Luna? My dog is staring at me. She's probably like, why is he talking to himself all alone? He doesn't do this. What are you doing? Why are you acting all weird? That's what my dog is telling me. That's what they're telling this magician, huh? But if he really loved what he did, he's gonna not care. He's gonna be like, I'm gonna keep on keeping on, because that's what I love to do. The figure in this card is completely relaxed and at ease in the water, letting it take him where it will. He has mastered the art of being passive and receptive without being dull or sleepy. He is just available to the currents of life with never a thought of saying, I don't like that, or I prefer to go the other way. He just goes with the flow. Every morning in life, we have a choice whether to enter life's waters and float, or to try to swim upstream. Every moment in life, we have a choice whether to enter life's waters and float, or to try to swim upstream. When this card appears in a reading, it is an indication that you are able to float now, trusting that life will support you in your relaxation, take you exactly where it wants you to go. Allow this feeling of trust and relaxation to grow more and more. Everything is happening exactly as it should. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, interesting. And the 10 of Cups. Wow. What? Oh my God. Dude, look at all these cards just put together now. You got the Magician. Nice. Major Arcana card. All about, creating, and then love pops up. And then we just have this one burden, this one 10 of Wands that we are going to hold on to like a little baby. Like this Queen of Pentacles takes care of her money. But this guy goes with the flow. And then look at that, more flowing, more going with the flow. Dolphins are like, this person is also relaxed, chilling, and having a good time. These are some good times for you, apparently, Aquarius. Hell yeah. All right, Queen of Pentacles. Let's see what the Queen of Pentacles wants to say. Comfort, luxury. We were talking about comfort in this too. Status, prestige, dependable, generous, friendly, nurturing. The Queen of Pentacles has a lavish home, meticulously kept with great taste. She appreciates the arts and the finer things in life. Her extravagance can be intimidating, but she is generous and welcoming. A warm, realistic, and practical woman, she never fusses about taking matters into her own hands. She is capable and self-made, working hard to make her dreams come true. Interesting. This queen knows her needs and pursues them without apology. What are your emotional, physical, and spiritual needs? Do you have a healthy relationship with them? Sometimes others can see pursuing our own needs as selfish. How does having our own needs satisfied give us room to be more generous and giving to others? Yeah. What's the point of being like this when everyone can be like this? There's love for everyone. Look at that. Those waters never stop. Be resourceful. Make the best of what you have. Don't focus on what is lacking. Think of what you need and how to get it with what you do have. Do you want to create something but don't have the tools? Make the tools. Want to make a recipe but don't have the ingredients? Find a substitute. Just figure out a way to make it happen. Simplicity is key. Spare yourself the trouble or the drama. Don't focus on the petty things but on getting things done in a straightforward manner. A common sense approach can be helpful right now. And we are going to pair that up with the 10 of cups, 10 of waters of harmony. The experience of resting, more resting. Okay, that's important. The experience of resting in the heart and meditation is not something that can be grasped or forced. It comes naturally as we grow more and more in tune with the rhythms of our own inner sciences. The figure on this card reflects the sweetness and delicacy of this experience. The dolphins that emerge from the heart and make an arc towards the third eye reflect the playfulness and intelligence that comes when we are able to connect with the heart and move into the world from there. Let yourself be softer and more receptive now, because an inexpressible joy is waiting for you just around the corner. Nobody else can point it out to you, and when you find it, you won't be able to find the words to express it to the others. But it's there, deep within your heart, ripe and ready to be discovered. Listen to your heart. Move according to your heart, whatsoever the stake. Good condition of complete simplicity, costing not less than everything. To be simple is arduous, because to be simple costs everything that you have. You have to lose all to be simple. That's why people have chosen to be complex, and they have forgotten how to be simple. But only a simple heart throbs with God, and hand in hand. Only a simple heart sings with God in deep harmony. To reach to that point, you will have to find your heart, your own throb, your own beat, harmony, your own flow. A lot of water cards surrounding this fire and pentacles. We'll see what the Office Oracle deck has to say. For some reason, everything feels darker in this reading than it has been with the others. I wonder if that's mine fault for some reason. But I haven't changed anything. But I don't have natural light coming in. So that, I don't know why I needed to say that. Okay. So this is Pam finding her inner magician. Number 5, your inner confidence. Channel your inner Pammy. Be more honest. Be confident. Start telling people what you want directly. Be like Pam and say, "Look out, world," because old Pammy is getting what she wants. Except don't call her Pammy. If you don't want to be called something, say, "Oh my God, what? This just literally popped up with..." All right, now we'll just keep going. There is no road here. Keep going, and you'll be driving headfirst into a lake with Michael and Dwight. Turn around, try a different path. Try a different way of doing things. Try a different perspective. Interesting. This is like the magus, not listening to the crowd. There are no guidelines. There is no road. There is no one exact way of doing things. You're right in the middle and you have all sorts of directions you can go. There is no road. Have fun and explore and listen to your heart. We were just talking about dolphins coming out of this heart. Where there is no road, you can always make one. Yeah, Reese's Pieces. Reese's Pieces. Yeah, this is one of my favorite moments of all of The Office. And it turned out being number 22, which is pretty cool. So yeah, one of my absolute favorite moments in the show. I just had to include it. I could not stop laughing the first time I saw this scene. It's just a simple conversation between two ETs. They were just talking to each other, and then he's like, Reese's Pieces, and then she's like, Reese's Pieces. So heads up, one of your most absolute favorite moments of your life is coming. It's a moment made especially for you. And Kelly won't be there to tell you to stop. So enjoy it. Enjoy it, Aquarius. And I hope to see you here next time.
Te olvida con quién tú estás hablando.
Los teles.